Yo, what's up boys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make that edited by you saw right there in the intro. So first of all, you're going to need your background and your character. So I'm just going to like drag this in. I brought both of mine in. Here's my background and my character's right under it. This is my character. Yeah, I just chose a Charizard because I don't really care. Charizard, favorite Pokemon after all, so I'm just gonna size this down. Gonna hide the Charizard for now. Size it down a little bit, put it, and then I could just click and hold shift to drag, and then bring it down a bit. Let's say around here. Okay, then I'm gonna control D to duplicate it and do the same thing, just drag it out. I'm gonna align these two things so that it looks a lot nicer like that, so it looks like it blends in. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, so I'm gonna control D again, drag out, and do it again, and just match it up, and there, that should be our thing. It might be a bit too long, but if that's the case, you could just, I'm just gonna grab all of them and just drag in a little like so. And then yeah, that could be your thing right there. And now we can bring back the Charizard, and then just like size it down while holding shift, and that should size it down correctly. I'm gonna place it near right here, size it down a bit more. I'm gonna put it like right here. And yeah, actually I'm pretty sure this is a bit too short, so I'm gonna drag this back out how it was earlier, like so, and it should be good like this. Okay, now I'm gonna add my text. I'm gonna grab my text and I'm going to write it out. I'm gonna do edited by first of all, and then I'm going to change this to Helvetica. You could just find it off of Google. It's a pretty nice font. Yeah, this is way too close together. Like that, that'd be nice. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm just gonna size it down now. Size it down a little bit. And as you can see, it's kind of hard to see. So we're gonna get into that part in a second, but I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, maybe around like a 50, nope, more like a 60, maybe like a 60. You see, it's kind of hard to see, but we'll get right onto that in a second. Okay, so you are going to need the Sapphire plugins for this, but I'm just gonna control space because I have the Video Copilot effects console, and I'm gonna do s_drop shadow, and then just copy my settings. My settings will be this, obviously black, 1 0 5 5 and 1. And yeah, that should be it. Okay, now what you want to do is you're gonna grab the same thing, control space, I'm gonna put transform, and the skew, I'm gonna move it to -10. Ooh, not the scale, the skew. Skew is -10. Like so, and it should look like that. Now I am going to control D twice, control D, control D. That should make 2 duplicates. And I'm gonna grab my text tool. Actually, I'm just gonna move them down. Move this one down over here, then move this one down right here. Now I'm gonna grab my text tool right in this one right here. I'm just gonna write my name, and instead of this font, I'm gonna do this cool Naruto font I found off the internet. It's called Ninja Naruto, and it's a pretty nice font. I'm gonna switch it up to maybe something like a 100, like so. And then this edited by, you could just put whatever social you want. I don't have Twitter or anything, so I'm just gonna put YT Pochembe. There we go. And then we could just use this hand tool to just move them around, place them however we would like. And you just play around with this until you find something you like. Perfect. And now we have like that. That is actually really good, and I actually really like that. So I'm going to stick with that. And yeah, so that's what we have. So yes, now I'm going to go over here to composition, new composition, and title it animation. And yes, so now here in this animation, we're going to drag the other composition into here. So it's just like that. And then I'm going to go over here to the pen tool. If it's going to draw a mask, I don't know why mine does. You're just going to click out of that. You're going to draw a small rectangle about this big. And then just change it to whatever color you want. I'm going to change it to this nice red. I'm going to put stroke at 0 because I don't need a stroke. Then I'm going to go down here, move it, and then make it around the thickness and size you want. I want to obviously make it as big as this, so I'm just going to move it up. You want it to be as big as this, not bigger. There we go. That should be correct. And yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the transform. I'm going to first over here, I'm going to grab this and move it to the left while holding shift and just put it like right out here. Perfect. And then you're going to keyframe the position on that one. Then about a second or so in, perfect, about right here, I'm going to move it all the way out here so it lines up with that, and it should keyframe by itself. Then I'm gonna wait, like, I'm gonna go to like the 5-second mark or something like so, and move it back. But we don't automatically want it to be going back because it should look like this now, and then it automatically is going back. So around the 3.5, maybe the 4-second mark or something like so. I'm gonna go over here, Control C, Control V, copy and paste that, and it should look like this. But it looks a bit linear, and I'm gonna move this so it goes a bit quicker. Move these two to the left. It looks a bit linear, so we are going to grab all of these, click F9 to easy ease, and it should look like that. Perfect. Then I'm going to grab, give me a second. Okay, so the first two, you're gonna grab them, right click, and go to keyframe velocity, turn this up to 100%. Oops. Make sure this is at 100%, make sure this is at 0.01. Okay, so it should look like this now. Bam. And that is the first two keyframes. The second set of keyframes will be a bit different. Okay, now these two you're gonna right click, keyframe velocity, and turn this to 80, and keep this at 0.01. And yes, now I'm just gonna move this one a bit to the right, and it should look like this. I'm gonna move these over a little bit more so it goes by quickly. I don't want it to take that long. And there we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make another rectangle. I'm gonna make this one a lot bigger. I might say about this size, right? And then I'm going to we have to make a completely different shape layer, so it's gonna be shape layer 2. Make this one so it covers up the entire thing, and then we're gonna bring it down so it's right over this edited by, and then over here in the track mat we're gonna change it to alpha reverse shape layer 2, and it should look like this. So then at the beginning, where it's right here, we want to go ahead and grab this rectangle, line it up with the side of the rectangle. So then we can, so now that the left side is lined up, both left sides are lined up together, we can grab this little string right here, which is just going to parent the two things, and I'm going to parent it to the shape layer 1. So it's going to follow that rectangle. And all that's going to do is open it up and close it. So it's going to be like the animation. Bam. And then it's going to bring back. Perfect. Like that. And that's exactly what we want. So now it should look like this. And perfect. That is exactly what we want. So now that we have this, we can create a new composition. Make this the light sweep. And then we're going to bring the animation composition to this one. So it should look like this, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to control space, add an effect called the light sweep. CC light sweep. We're just going to go to one that where it stops moving. And right here we're going to keyframe the center. And this should be the center right here. Yep, we just bring it down over here. And then near this way, like right around here, we're going to move it over there. So now it should look like this. And then the light passes through and it comes back. Now I kind of want to make it lighter, so I'm going to drag this way a little and this way a little. And then F9 to easy ease, so now it should look like this. Bam. And that is your edited by. Pretty easy. Now what you want to do is just composition, add to render queue. Make sure this is at best settings, full quality, etc. And then right here we're going to switch it to quick time. RGB plus alpha. Okay. And then click render. And then it should render. And once it renders out, you can just add it to your thing. So yeah. And there it is, and it's rendered. And that is our final product. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100 subs by the end of 2020. We are really close to that goal. We reached 80 subs the other day. So I am really happy you guys are enjoying the videos. New montage will be coming out soon. So yeah.